You're with GP3 on Soul Searching. Here at the twilight hour, we're seeing the transition right now between the night and the day, and the moon is getting fuller. Interesting times, friends. You know, I shared the video of my 1992 initiation and the 1 month of being caught up as I was there in moments. It was one night that I shared, and that was more of a like the immediate reaction to being source centered was the visual of an event in time where I was literally time traveled to that moment to be able to be there to witness a transition that I now have come to grips with about why that download had to be walked out as opposed to getting the reason why and then starting on a mission. There is something about not knowing. And when we go through the School of Mysteries, we're always in the really energetic excitement about uncovering. Information as it comes together and sums together always seems to have this like amazing epiphany feeling. And it does release the physical effects, the serotonin, dopamine effect, yes. But what it means really is that you are moving in a greater intelligence to be able to remember and put the pieces together all along the way to get to the summation point while being the active, energetic download out vessel the whole time. Even every realm I went through, especially being involved in the music world for so long, I was realizing I was actually the light shedding the information out to the world. And maybe many of you have felt that same way. Like you got downloaded one day and maybe you didn't have a master around to give guidance to an immediate fast awakening. So in the timeline, it's offering us the ability to actually have a slower process towards this with spiritual guidance systems that are truly assisting right now. Again, Pam Gregory, Next Level Soul, Andre Dakin, oh yeah, Heart Coherence Collaborative. I love you guys. You guys are doing great. And I really see the difference in what this is creating for to this moment of where this light body activation occurs. Now, I will have to say that when I was initiated, it was because I activated through my own structures at a very high awareness level, my Kundalini and third eye through toroidal movement, deep inward contrition, and the release and the acceptance of the I am within. And in that process, that activation made room then for everything again. And what I mean by that is like like a brand new baby. uh, um, I really felt after that event that I was about that far off on my alignment, which I was running the line, but I was about that far off in like how easy it could move in the full streams in the center. I think, just being involved in music and the party life and all the things that we get involved with, that movement can move you out of actually your center. And boom, you get a recentering, and then suddenly your life changes. So for the first month, I was having what I knew to be awakening dreams, and that awakening dream opened up with third eye and Kundalini activation, everything, and in my sign information, and even in my date time arrival, it's real pinned to a specific reason why this is happening, why I'm here. If you look at mine compared to other maps, you'll see an interesting difference. And I realized also that I'm still coming online with my angelic realm brothers and sisters, even though I was for an 18-year Pentecostal charismatic director of worship, and I activated and moved in those realms, however occulted or obfuscated at any one moment. And yet from me, I was always operating from the center channel. So I was being authentic through the whole thing. I didn't, I'd already actually activated through the Christ. Yeah. And that activation really, really did a lot of things, man. It opened up a lot of access points in the grid. And it also, though, reminded me to stay in that center channel, that love channel I love so much, really. There's been a lot of testing, you know. The last one was an honest descent through the underworld, and you might say that that was going on the whole time, but actually, I had to go. There was something that had to be done, and I had to go in and do that, and also bring complete open revealing of the circumstance. And yet, that would be what the Christ Center channel would do. Anything else would then reveal as something to manipulate. So, stay in the center channel. Get in there and stay in there. And it's a waveform. You'll create your waveform from there, and it'll be more peaceful and easy. I promise you on that. Dark star of the mind, come to the awakening, not to the suffering. Living is good. Slide on down the bear line and see the sun of our arrival. Come to the bearing of our souls, that the ripping of our chains and bindings rattle the skies with thunder. To your destination on the fast track home, to the homeland shine in the eyes of the Creator. Let bring to life the animation of our love. Fall into the time, wealth to see the light of reality. Mountains rumble in the sight of beauty. Shake down the tribal chanting, the beat beating in the mind. With the clandestine eyes, I wonder and hope that I see. And let me tell you, I did. So on the first night of Awakening Dreams, that I was caught up in the moment like a time traveler, and I was there, we see this. Is that hard to see? We're going to go up it. Starting there, okay? That's up in the sky. That is all clouds. Those clouds have been turned to a violet red hue. And actually, that violet red hue hits the earth as an activation point for possibly this event, because there's a transition of understanding here. Okay. Then there's all these light bodies going straight up into the space from the ground. Okay. Right. So that's very interesting. Wow. Now, on the other part is that we have, they're going up still. They're going up, but you see on the other side, oh no, there's a bifurcation. Where those that chose to stay in a timeline and do that extra learning they want to do, I guess, or the ones that actually made the conscious choice to stick with the plan. Okay, all right. So there's that, and then of course this. Okay, yes, there's a gulf between and the separation. These onto your left, I guess it would be your left. Those are people like kind of kneeling and lifting hands and seeing the light bodies going up, while on the other side there's a compression and they're stuck there in like destruction and flames, I guess. And there's a gulf. I know, crazy. Huh. Yeah. Well, this all be mental or whatever. We'll see. But the info's time to come out. So then, boom, there's like a separation in worlds altogether, and the light bodies are going up through there in that portal point, and then you see all these are light bodies here just congregating and being amazed and having like discussion and stuff. Now, as the veil pops to the left immediately, I see what looks like multiple worlds and timelines, like globes, and far in the distance, a crystal cathedral. And that, now in summation, is the healing point for those that are going to choose to jump back into a timeline to learn and grow. Okay, and then the other ones, it seems to me, and I'd love conversation, let's have some discourse on this. Seems to me that they're going to literally birth a new universe. Yeah, they made the graduation. All right, and in their graduation, they get the full whole light body. I didn't even know what chakras were then. 1992, I was like, what, 20, 22 or 3? You know, something like that. That's crazy. All right. I just wanted to give a little more information on that. There are specific points of this whole thing because, again, I was downloaded, source centered, downloaded while the rest of the world was looking for Jesus, while I'm in the Jesus thing to reveal both the Luciferic and the satanic hand grip hold that was made on spirituality. And then I found out why, and had the magic incantation and the sorcery that they did specifically, possibly, to stop that, or to to truly stop our expansion release. Yeah, it's a trick. All the tricks are becoming popped like crazy right now. So what can you do, you know? Might as well just kind of get it out there now. So, all right, yeah, because we're all going to light bodies. Boom. All right, you're in the light. All right, this is GP3 with Soul Searching. I love you. And please like, follow, subscribe. There's more coming. I got a lot more that I've been holding on to relative to GP3. You know, nothing, it's not nobody else's business but mine and that which I share. So for those in the public that are listening, thank you. And also see me on music, Rocky Mountain Live on KGN 106.9. Okay, love you. Have a great night, everybody.